Namaste and welcome to this Friday evening chair yoga session. So although I'm sitting down this week, we're going to start standing up. So place your chairs to one side or stand up away from your seats. And we're going to just start with the feet a comfortable distance apart and do our centering standing up instead of sitting down, because we're winding down for the evening, so we're going to go in the sort of reverse order back down to the chair. So let's bring our hands onto our abdomens. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. If you prefer to keep them open, that's okay. Just gaze in one direction. Take a moment to find your awareness drawn towards yourself rather than to the sounds you can hear out in the wider environment, the things going on in your day. Let's draw our awareness into ourselves, into our centers, and feel how your body is feeling today. Notice any areas that are talkative, and notice also the quiet areas. Take care of the areas that are asking for a little bit of extra care, extra nurturing. And feel free to expand and find space in the areas that are inviting that kind of movement during our practice. Notice the breath that you're breathing now. Notice the rate and the rhythm of your breath, the depth of the breath. And when you're ready, you can begin to develop a deeper breath. So as you exhale, gently drawing your abdominal muscles just a little bit in. And then as you inhale, relaxing the abdomen, breathing into the rib cage, the chest, the upper back. And as you exhale, drawing the abdominal muscles gently in to create a longer, deeper exhalation. Breathing into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. And breathing out fully, that gentle extra effort in the abdomen. Breathing into the sides of the body, fill the back, fill the chest, maybe even the shoulders lift a little. And breathing out more completely. Another big deep breath in, filling ourselves with prana, this time sighing out through the mouth. And then you can open your eyes if you'd like to, but we're going to take our chin down towards our chest and just begin some very small neck movements from side to side. So exploring, you can relax your arms now, exploring how the head feels as the neck moves, how the neck feels as the head moves. And if you want to, you can expand those movements a little bit bigger, or if these particular movements don't suit you, you can try moving your neck in a different way that feels more nurturing, more releasing, more of an internal massage for you. And if you like rolling, then you might roll the chin up, not back, but up a few times in one direction. And then reversing the motion to go in the opposite direction. And whenever you're ready, you can bring your head back to center, and we'll start with some shoulder rolls. So rolling the shoulders, rolling backwards to begin with. And just see if you can feel the movement of the back of the body and the chest, and feel the internal massage that you're giving those structures across the front and the back of the body as we move the shoulders, the collarbones, the arms a little. We're going to roll in the opposite direction as well. Nice little rolls. See if you can just become aware of the shoulder blades and their movement as they they slide inwards and outwards and up and downwards a little bit. Very good. And then before we do very much more with the arms, we're going to do a little bit more with the rest of the body. So allowing the shoulders to come back to stillness. We're going to step the feet further apart. So how far apart is entirely up to you. So you might want to have them a little bit closer, a little bit wider might be good for you. And we're going to take our cactus arms, so bending the arms at the elbows with the palms turning forwards, and gently begin a little twist from side to side. So at the moment, we're just twisting in the chest. It's just the rib cage, really. The hips are nice and still, or relatively passive. We're just swaying, and the head can follow this movement. A little bit like Kati Chakrasana, but perhaps you feel it in a different place from having different arms. Now we're trying to keep the chest open, the elbows back, the palms slightly back as well. And then if you want to, you can make more expressive movements, but free your feet to pivot as well. So a little deeper twist, keeping the elbows back, the hands back to open the chest. Not too far back, just enough to feel a sense of opening, the opposite of slouching. And then we're going to reach the arm that we're traveling the side away from, reach that away. So we create that line from the extended toe to the extended fingers. Or you can press through the palm of the hand if you like. And the other arm, it doesn't matter what you do with that, but probably just drawing it into your side. Very good. And then if we want to, we can add a little softness in the knees. So very similar to our Kati Chakrasana, but a little bit more prescriptive, let's say. And if your shoulders become tense at any time, that's the time to loosen the arms. So when you're ready, you can loosen the arms and let the weight of the arms, the traction on the shoulders, provide traction, sorry, on the shoulders, and soften the effort from the chest and the upper back. And if you've had enough of bending the knees, simply return to pivoting. And then when you're ready, you can bring the feet to steadiness and allow the body to find its way back to stillness. Awesome sauce. Brilliant stuff, girls. Okay, so here we can keep our feet wide, but probably not turned out quite so much. So turned forward is a little bit better in this instance. I might need to come backwards to fit my hands into the screen. And then we're going to take some deep breaths with our arms as well. So we're going to breathe in, reaching the arms out and to wherever they come to. So it might be that they come in front of the body for the palms to meet. That's okay. And then breathe out as we draw the hands down to the center of the chest. Okay, so we're breathing in, reaching the arms out and up. Perhaps they come a little higher on your second go. Breathing out, reaching the palms down to the center of the chest. Lovely. Let's do one more. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then from here, we're going to do slightly more expressive shoulder rolls and see if we can create a bit more space in the shoulders to make more expansive arm movements. So with your left arm first, softening the elbow and rolling through the whole of the shoulder, making whatever movements feel good to you. So if you want to do this with a longer arm, you can. If you want to do it with a shorter arm, you can. If you want to do it with just the shoulder, that's all good. And try to see if you can feel that connection as the arm moves into the side of the body, into the top of the waist, into your hip even. And we'll go the opposite way as well. Very good. And if you want to, you can free the movement of the torso a little bit, and remember to allow your head to move as well. So we don't want to hold rigid in the neck, which would cause the neck to be a little stiff after class. So keep your face nice and relaxed, your neck flowing and moving, and releasing that arm down when you're ready. Notice the difference between the two sides, and just gently turn your nose from one side to the other to make sure you haven't held on to anything too much in the back of the neck there. And then we'll do the same thing on the right side. So you can build up to the movements, and of course you might find that your openness here is something that progresses. So we generally start with an exploratory few circles, and then we begin to explore a little bit deeper, investigate where we've got room to move, perhaps where we can get a little undulation through the rest of the body as well. Let's reverse our movement. And if I ever forget to say reverse, it means I've forgotten. So feel free, if you're watching on the video and I've forgotten to say reversing, to reverse when it suits you. And allowing your head to remain free so that it can move as you move. The neck is part of the shoulders, or it's attached to the shoulders. And let's do just one more. Very nice. So finishing here in the center, just taking a moment to feel both sides of the body. And what we've done with these movements is we've created this sort of massaging effect through all of the sides and the front and the back of the torso. So now hopefully when we breathe in and take the arms out and up, if we lift the chin a little, we can maybe find a little higher grip with the hands, and breathe out and bring the hands down to the center of the chest. Let's do 2 more of these, breathing in, sorry, and up, and breathing out and down. This time we're going to leave the arms up when we breathe in. So it doesn't matter if the hands meet in front of the body, if they meet over the head or in some direction over the head, that's great too. And if having the palms together is the thing that stops you bringing your hands back towards your body, separate your hands, that's okay. Okay, so here we're going to do a little side bending, but not as much as we did on Wednesday. So, but before we do that, we're going to breathe in and lift the shoulders up, and then breathe out as we drop the shoulders down. See if we can tap into that movement, breathing in, lifting the shoulders up, and breathing out, dropping the shoulders down. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do one more. Breathing in, breathing out. I think we deserve a rest, so we're going to turn the palms out and then float the arms back down to the sides. Give ourselves a little bit of a wriggle so that we don't carry any tension. Check your jaw is all nice and loose, if not, swallow. And you can also turn your head from side to side. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so now we'll change our hand grip, I think, for this. So we're going to breathe in, take the arms up over the head and catch hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Breathe out, just settle yourself in the middle here, and then breathe in, gently draw your left arm over to the right side, maybe breathing out here in the side bend. Breathe in back to the center and release the arms down to the sides. Very good. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Breathing in, reaching the arms out and up. Breathing out as you catch hold of the right wrist with the left hand, settle the shoulders. Breathe in, lean over to the left, drawing the right arm across. Breathing out here, and then breathing in back to center. And breathing out, let the arms float down to the sides. Let's do one more to each side. Breathing in and up. Right hand catches left wrist, breathing out and over to the right. Breathing in here, breathing out back to the center, and gently release the arms down to the sides. I've lost my breath, it's okay. Hopefully you're still breathing. Breathing in and up. Breathing out as you catch hold. Breathing in, stretch over to the left. Breathing out here. Breathing in, back to center. And breathing out, let the arms float down to the sides. Take a moment here to roll the shoulders. Lovely. Okay, so with the feet apart, we get more stability in the pelvis, which means that as we do our side bend, it's not as much of a challenge for our hips because we are more centered, we've got a wider base. So if your low back, for example, doesn't enjoy too much side bending, then that's the one to stick with. But if you would like to get into the hips to access a little bit of stretch there, you can bring your feet a bit closer together and we do the same thing. So here, how close together you have your feet is entirely up to you, and I will let you choose. We're going to stand on our feet, spreading the toes, lifting, breathing in, the arms up, breathing out as you catch hold of the left wrist with the right hand, breathing in, reaching over to the right, maybe let your hips come a little to the left. As you breathe out here, breathe in back to the center, and breathe out, release the arms down to the sides. And on the left, breathing in and up. Breathing out, catch the right wrist with the left hand. Breathe in as you stretch over to the left. Breathe out here in your side bend. Breathe in back to the center. And breathe out, let the arms float down to the sides. So you'll know yourself if that wider leg position suits you better. And if it does, then please stick with that one. We'll do one more to each side, breathing in. Breathing out, left hand in right wrist, no, yes. And breathing in as we lean over to the right. Breathe out here. Breathe in back to the center. Breathe out the arms down to the side. Ooh, shoulder click. One more time, breathing in and up. Breathing out, catch the right wrist with the left hand. Breathe in as you lengthen over to the left. Breathe out in your side bend. Breathe in back to the center. And breathe out, releasing the arms down to the side. And then really just let go of any effort in the shoulders. Shake out the arms a little bit. Whew. It's nice. Okay, I've written a plan for today, which is most unusual, so I'm going to consult it just now to make sure that I'm doing everything that I should do. Aha! So, okay, so we're going to just do a little bit of spinal undulation. So if I'm turning on my side just so that you can see, but we're breathing in as we open the arms wide and lift the chest, and breathing out as we round through the spine and just drape forward. Imagine that we're leaning over something just underneath our chest. Breathing in and open. Breathing out as you round forward. Little softness in the knees. Breathing in as you open the elbows back behind you, perhaps a little. Breathing out, draping forward like someone's just caught you underneath the bra, for those of us who wear one. Breathing in. There are some boys occasionally. Breathing out. Let's do one more. Breathing in. A little firmness in the buttocks, perhaps. Breathing out. Very good. And then breathe in to stand tall, stretch the arms apart, and just float the arms down to the side. Fantastic stuff. So now we have done our draping. We're going to do a kind of combined draping side bending thing. So I will show you face on what I mean, or at least sideways a bit on what I mean. So I'm going to have my chair in front of me, and I'm going to breathe in and taking the arms up, and then I'm going to catch hold, in this case, with my left hand with my right hand, and then bend over to the right side, and from there I'm going to fold forward down the side around to my chair, but very drapey, just as we did. And then from here, I'm going to roll back up, pressing through my feet to come back to standing. And then we do the same thing to the other side, leaning over to the side first, and then doing a kind of sideways roll down. A little bit like our neck rolls, but for the low back instead. So if for any reason this doesn't suit you, then please feel free to rest out of this and do some simple bending forwards if you would like to, or some down dog would be a good alternative. So facing your chair seat. And if you want to go lower, of course, you can go lower. You can go down to a low coffee table or to the floor if you would like to. We're going to have our feet a comfortable distance apart. I'd say around about hip width. Let's breathe in, reach the arms out and up. Let's go to the right first. So catch hold of the left hand and left wrist, sorry, and breathe out as you lean over to the right side. And then just fold forward from the hips, a little softness in the knees to drape forward. Feel like someone's still pulling you upwards, maybe drawing your tummy muscles in, and then we'll bend the knees a little deeper and roll up, stacking the vertebrae one at a time till we come to standing. Awesome sauce. Same thing the other side, breathing in and up, catching the right wrist with the left hand, breathing out and over. And then from here, just simply almost twisting out of the bottom of the spine as we roll forward towards the chair seat. Taking a little moment here, softening the knees and then rolling up to standing. Everyone feel okay with this one so far? Okay, so I'm going to, we're not going to do any more side rolls. We're going to do a little Utkatasana. So Utkatasana is the chair pose. And this one, we're going to start with our hands on our hips. So hands on hips, opening the chest, bending your knees, and just imagining you're going to sit down, but you don't have a chair to sit in because it's in front of you, and look down to make sure that your knees are over your feet. So if you've got feet that have been changed by the shape of your life and they don't go absolutely up and down straight, you might see a little bit more of a big toe or perhaps a little bit less of a big toe. So we're aiming to see the big toe, and then we're going to straighten the legs and center our weight again over the feet. Okay, so that's chair pose. Let's do one more. Breathe in, opening the chest. Breathing out, bending the knees. We want the knees not falling together, not falling apart. We have our chest lifted and our tailbone just a little tucked under. Then we're going to breathe in as we lengthen the legs and relax the arms. So what we're going to do is do this with a forward bend as well. So we're going to breathe in, take the arms out and up. Feel free to watch the first one if you want to. Breathing out and bending the knees. And then from here, we're going to breathe in. We're going to lengthen forward from the hips. So the knees are still bent, but the bottom goes right behind us to reach towards the chair. And we can breathe in here. And then as we breathe out, we're going to tuck the tailbone under and around through the back to stand all the way up. Okay, let's try 2 of these. Breathing in, reaching the arms up. You can keep them on the hips if you prefer. Breathing out as you bend the knees. Breathing in as you lean forward from the hips, stick the bottom out. You can breathe out at the bottom of the movement when you touch your chair. And then bending the knees very deeply, breathing in, rolling back up to standing. Very nice. Let's try one more like this. Breathing in and up. Breathing out, bend your knees. Breathing in, reaching the hands forward, reach your tailbone back behind you so the back is almost flat as you come down. Breathing out at the bottom of your movement. And then when you're ready, bending your knees and rolling up, breathing in or out, depending on where your breath is. Fantastic stuff. Do we think we've got one more in us? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Smashing. Lovely stuff. Breathing in, reach the arms out and up. Breathing out as you bend your knees, just settling the hips down. Breathe in, reach the hands forward, reach the tailbone back behind you as you fold. Breathing out as you touch your chair back. And then softening the knees a little deeper, rounding through the spine and rolling back up to standing. Excellent stuff. Well done, guys. Give yourselves a little bit of a shake if you should need a shake. And we are going to come down, or not come down, but come to sitting on our seats. Very good. I'm just peering at the plan, making sure I've done everything I'm supposed to have done. Fabulous stuff. So Christine, if we're about to lose you, I hope you have a lovely Thai food, and we will march on from here. Okay, so we're going to take the feet a comfortable distance apart. So if for you that's a bit more narrow, that's okay, it's no problem. But if you can manage to have the knees a little bit wider than your chair, great, great stuff. It's a little bit like sitting cross-legged for your hips. We're going to draw our chests upwards, and we're going to reach the arms out to the side. And here we're going to take the left hand behind us and place the back of the hand on our backs. And then take the right hand, and we're going to just make a few looping movements with our arms, like we're winding up this hand. And we're going to reach behind the back of the head and catch hold of the back of the head. So we end up with our hands on our backs. And you can rest the back of your head into that top hand if you'd like to. Fantastic stuff. So here we're opening the chest, and you might like to just gently turn your head a little from side to side, not too far, just a little. And then if you want to, you can circle your upper body. So it's like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with the crown of the head, and going in the opposite direction as well. All the while we're keeping our right elbow nice and lifted, if possible. And then coming back to center, we're going to release the arms, so reaching the top arm up, sliding the bottom arm down, and we'll just give ourselves a little bit of a shimmer here. Very good. And then we're going to turn to both directions. So we're going to turn to the left, reaching the right hand across to the left thigh and the left hand behind us, and then turn back to the center, and then turn to the right. And turn back to center. Very good. Now we need to do the same thing with the opposite side. So we're sliding the right hand behind the body with the back of the hand, with effectively trying to lift that hand as close towards our shoulder blades as possible. And then we're going to take the left arm and create those lassoing loops with our left arm, winding it up so that we can reach up and then catch hold of the back of the head. Now, if for any reason this doesn't suit you on this side, you can hold your arm wherever is comfortable, or even just hold your arm on your waist. So here, relax the back of your head back into your hand if you can, and do a little turn of the head from side to side, just making sure your neck is free, it's not gripping. And then when you're ready, you can make circles using your feet as well. So you want to press into your feet to stabilize your upper body. And we'll go the opposite way as well. Just circling, making use of all of that space that we found with our side bends and our rounding and folding. Coming back to center when you're ready, we're going to release the top hand up and let it float down to the side. Slide the bottom hand down the back and around the hip. Take a few moments, take a few rolls, and we're going to do that one more time to each side, okay? So starting with the left hand again, sliding the left hand behind the body so the left back of the left hand comes up. And what we're doing every time here is we're just creating a little bit of openness, a little bit of space here in the front of that side of the chest. And then doing our lasso movements with our right arm. And when you're ready, you can reach that right arm back, the hand at the back of the head, so that the back of the head is cupped into the palm of the hand, maybe the forefinger and thumb are either side of the neck. And this time, giving that area of your neck a little bit of a gentle massage, a gentle squeeze. Not too squeezy, but a gentle rub. See if you've got any little niggles there you can release. And then opening the elbows back behind the body as much as you feel you can, making some small circles with your torso. A little firmness in the belly. We'll do 3 in each direction and the opposite way as well. And what these are particularly good for is if we've spent some time sitting, really opens our chest. So we're going to come back to center and release the top hand up and let it slide all the way down, and then sliding the bottom hand down the back and around the side as well, just to release out in that way. Let's do the other side now. So back of the right hand sliding up the back towards the shoulder blades, left arm lassoing. So it doesn't matter whether it's just the elbow, it could be the whole arm if it suits you. Winding up to catch hold of the back of the neck if you can. And Annette, I know this might not suit you on this side, but if it does, that's great. So here, if you are holding the back of the neck, you can massage with the thumb and the forefinger again. And if you're just holding onto your side, it's okay, don't worry, you got massaged on the other side. So releasing the head into the back of the hand when you're ready and opening your elbows up a little bit, and we'll do our circles again, just 3 in each direction. And every time we do this, changing direction now, we're massaging our internal organs, that space underneath the diaphragm, helping to create that massaging effect down the low back as well, down the whole of the back rather. So when you're ready, you can release the top hand out to the side and then slide the bottom hand down the back and round so that you release in a way that doesn't feel like it's all at once for the shoulders. And here we're going to do some wrist circles, but with the fingers making like flamenco fingers, very expressive fingers. In Azerbaijan, the ladies dance like this, and I believe across Persia as well. So making those wrist circles, but with your fingers very expressive. And we can go in the other direction as well. Nice. I could do this all day. It's so nice. My wrists absolutely love this. And then taking the thumbs and wrapping them into the center of the palms and the fingers around and doing the same thing with your fists closed and just feeling your way here. I find this incredibly intense, especially across my forearm here, where I get a little bit stiff, and the opposite way as well. But if you've spent any time typing or holding a device, this can be a really nice way to release. Very good. And then just shaking the hands out, letting the arms rest down by the side. So we're going to do a little lunging, but using the chair. So here I'm going to turn towards my right side. So I've got my right thigh and buttock supported on the chair, and my left buttock is maybe not quite so supported on the chair. My left knee can point down towards the floor. Now, if I want to, I can shift forward on my chair so that I can get my right foot down, and that's preferable. But if you can't get your right foot down, you don't have a block underneath it, then you can come up onto your tiptoes, no problem at all. And so here, we're just going to gently rock our torsos backwards and forwards. So a little bit back, a little bit forwards, and see if that feels okay to you. I've got my back toes tucked under, and so what I get is a gentle stretching across that left front of the pelvis, that left hip, rocking backwards and forwards. Okay, just a little centered now. You can use the back of your chair for support. I want you to press into both legs and lift up a little and release. So that might not suit particularly hippers. Hippers, lift and release. Pressing the feet away from each other to lift and release. And if you can, one more, lift and release. Super duper. We're going to swing ourselves back into the center and just close the legs for a moment. Feel free to dismount in a different, more graceful way for you. And just observe the difference between the two sides. And then we're going to go to the opposite side. So we're going to turn our legs to be in the opposite direction. Point this time the right knee down. See if you can get your left foot on the floor, but feel like your left side is very supported. And then we're just leaning slightly back, slightly forward. If you want more of an effect, if you put your right foot back behind you a little bit more. Then the leaning slightly back will open that space a little bit more. Backwards and forwards. Find your way, find what feels like a really nice position for you. And then when you're ready, I'm going to draw my left foot a little bit closer in for this one. You can hold the back of your chair. We're just pressing into both legs to lift and lower. Lift, just the buttocks away and lower. Lift and lower. And if you can do one more, lift and lower. Very good. You can slide that right foot forward and then tap the toes round, a much more graceful way to dismount. Take a moment here in the center and we'll do another one of our twists here. So we're going to take the arms wide as we breathe in. As we breathe out, twisting to the right, reaching the left hand across to the outside of the right thigh and the right hand behind you. Here, we're just going to take a moment to find our way as tall as we can, and then see if the head would like to turn a little bit more into the twist. So a little bit more round to the right. Try to keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Let's return to center, releasing both hands. We'll do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to reach the arms wide, reach the right hand across to the left thigh and the left hand behind you. Just find yourself as tall as you can, and then see with a few neck turns if your head would like to go a little bit further in, to turn around to the left, soften the shoulders down for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then when you're ready, you can return your head to center, release your hands and unwind. Okay, so we're going to go back to our lunging just for a moment, just for another variation. So turning to face to the right, let the left knee point down. Support yourself in the best way for you. And this time, we don't want this back knee to be too far back to open. We want it to be pointing almost directly down if possible. We're going to leave our right hand on our right leg and then draw a circle with, or draw circles, sorry, with our left arm. So we're breathing in, reaching the arm up. We're going to twist to the side, reach the hand behind us, breathing out as it comes back down to the center. So big deep breath in and out. We'll do one more. Deep breath in and out. Very good. We're going to slide the left foot forward. Tip-tap-toe our way back to the center. Take a moment in the center, and then we're going to go to the opposite side. So supporting the left thigh with the right thigh pointing almost downwards, perhaps a little bit more open if you wanted to. And then preparing with our left hand on our left thigh, reaching the right hand, breathing in and up. And as we reach the hand down behind us, breathing out and down. Breathing in, reaching forwards and up. Breathing out and down. And one more. Breathing in, reaching forwards and up. Breathing out and down. And then when you're ready, you can slide that right foot forward and then toe tap your way round to sitting in the center again. Fantastic stuff. So let us finish with a gentle downward facing dog. So coming up to standing, finding the back of your seat. And we're going to walk our feet away from the seat, resting our hands on top. Little softness in the knees here if you'd like to. And so you can do anything you like in your down dog. You guys, particularly you live guys, know all of the things that you can do. So if you want to, you can lengthen through one leg and then bend both knees and then lengthen through the other. And that's quite a nice way to give your hamstrings just a little bit of an extra stretch, that posterior chain of the body. But it might be that that doesn't suit you or it doesn't suit your back. So if that's the case, you can widen your feet and simply sway your hips from side to side. That's a really nice way to open things across the low back and also to open the sides of the body. And if you prefer, you can press into one hand and then the other. So you get a little bit of extra softness in the knee, but you turn your torso from one side to the other. All of the while, we keep our tummy muscles a little bit engaged. And if you prefer, in the center, you can simply nod your head and shake your head, depending if that feels good for your neck at all. And then looking towards your seat when you're ready to come up to standing. When you come to standing, take a moment just to allow yourself to lose any sense of dizziness so that you feel super duper steady and stable on your feet before we come to sitting down. And now we're going to move into a breath practice and then our relaxation. So if you would like to, you can gather the things you need for relaxation. So I'm going to need this singing bowl and a blanket. And today I'm going to put on a jumper as well, because it is quite chilly in these here parts. To me, it feels like the coldest winter we've had since we moved back to Scotland. But I don't even remember the winters we had in Norway being this bitterly cold in this prolonged way. Sorry, it's very British to talk about the weather. Okay, super duper. So gather your warm things. And make sure you're cozy and toasty, particularly if you live in a cool part of the world. And if you don't live in a cool part of the world, just be aware that during relaxation, our blood pressure really, it doesn't drop so dramatically that you have to be really worried about it. It's not a thing to worry about, but it does drop to the point where you might feel the cold a little bit more than you would before relaxation. So get yourself all wrapped up. Oh, fabulous. Oh no, I'm sitting on it now. There we are. Okay. And for the breathing practice, we don't want to be slouching back into the seat just yet. So bring yourself a little bit forward on your seat just to begin with, just this bit. And we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. So for those who are practiced at alternate nostril breathing, you might like to bring your hand into the Vishnu mudra or Deer mudra, which is with the fist first closed and then extending the thumb, the little finger and the ring finger. So if that doesn't cause your hand to seize up and it doesn't cause you any problems, you can do it this way. And for those of the rest of us, we're going to do it with our palms, open and closed palms, okay? So let us start with the palms resting, the hands resting palms up on the knees and just closing our eyes, allowing the spine to organize itself upwards. Find that space in the body, maybe just taking a moment to be aware of the effects of your practice. And then when you're ready, softening the features of your face and developing a longer, deeper breath. Let's take a deep breath in together here. And breathing out together here. Then we're going to take a deep breath in, close the right hand, and imagine as we exhale, we're exhaling through the left palm and the left nostril. Breathe in through the left palm and the left nostril. Close the left hand, breathe out through the right palm and the right nostril. Breathe in through the right palm and the right nostril. Close the right hand, open the left, breathe out through the left palm and the left nostril. Breathe in left. Close, breathe out right, opening the right hand. Breathe in right. Close, breathe out left, opening the left hand. Breathe in left. Close, breathe out right, opening the right hand. Breathe in right. Close, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close, breathe out left. And here, just opening both palms, relaxing the breath into a more natural rhythm, observing the effect of your practice. Notice if you have any tension in your face to let go of, tension across the shoulders, the fingers, the chest. When you feel ready, you can ease yourself back to sitting into the chair, into the back of your chair, and preparing for relaxation. Here we're going to take a deep breath in and then sigh out through the mouth as you exhale. Let's do that a few more times. Deep breath in. Let all of the effort of your practice go. A deep breath in. Let your muscles begin to relax. Last breath in and surrender your weight down. Closing your eyes if you haven't already done so. Softening the features of your face. Feel the space between your eyebrows spreading. The area around your eyes relaxing. Your mouth, tongue, and jaw releasing. Become aware of the back of the body. Allow it to feel heavy and supported. There's no need for any more tension. The body can simply relax and let go. Move your awareness to the front of your body. Feel the touch of air on your face. Feel the warmth of your extra layers or your blanket. Feel the hands resting on the thighs. Move your awareness to your breathing. Become aware of the first part of your body that moves as you inhale, and the last place that you can feel the breath in the body as you exhale. Move your awareness to your hearing. Become aware of the sounds that you can hear in your wider environment, perhaps sounds outside of the room that you're in. Traffic, people. Identify any sounds that you can hear. Leave those sounds in that outside space and draw your awareness towards yourself. Become aware of anything that you can hear in the room you're in. Perhaps the sound of the heating, a fire, a clock ticking. Leave those sounds in your room. Draw your awareness into yourself. Become aware of the sounds that you are making. The sound of your breath. The sound of your digestive system, your heartbeat. Leave those sounds and draw your awareness deeper within yourself. Find that place of near stillness, near quiet. Resting your awareness there. Become aware of any ethereal sounds that make themselves known. Listen for nada, the inner sound. When you hear the sound of the singing bowl, let it come from that space of quiet within you. Allow the sound of this vibration to come from within you and travel through your whole body and mind, releasing tension, relaxing and healing. Become aware of the sounds that you hear, the sounds within the sound, and allow your awareness to follow it to the silence in between. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, maybe rolling the wrists or rolling the ankles. And then rolling into a stretch of the arms and the legs, maybe even a stretch of the face and a yawn. When you feel ready, you can bring the hands over the heart. Take a moment to find a thought of gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for your time devoted to something nurturing and caring. Gratitude to the others in your household, perhaps, who've made space for you to have this quiet time. And perhaps there's something that you're looking forward to in the next few days that will bring a smile to your face as well. And with these thoughts in mind, I wish you namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I look forward to seeing you again soon.